It's Mara Kerr-Mackay.
Yes.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So welcome to the
Nice
morning
to
show.
be here.
Welcome to Jackson.
Yay! I love it. It's great. Ella is an oasis.
You've got a cool job.
Jackson. I do have a
Membership
cool job.
and volunteer coordinator.
Yes.
I mean, how much
with
more
the
fun
best
can it get?
people in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
I work with the best people. Our members are incredible. We have so many wonderful happenings, and we have so many people that are passionate about what they're doing at Ella.
Yeah.
So we just want to build more. Everybody's been locked up in the pandemic, and it's time to come out and really get back into our lives. And I think that Ella is a great place to start for anyone who's wondering about how can I get back into things, and what can I do? How can I improve my health, for instance? And I think that that's something that people sometimes may forget about, but with volunteering, you can actually enjoy all of the benefits of going and socializing and getting connected, sharing your talents. And 95% of people who volunteer at least 100 hours a year say that they feel better after they volunteer.
Wow.
Yeah.
My
And
grandmother was a volunteer for years, and her specialty was the gift shop.
Oh, yeah.
nice.
Yes.
It's wonderful. And Popcorn Charlie's coming back. I know you have that up. And we have so many, such a base of volunteers that have built Ella to what it is.
That's awesome.
Is that John
It
Bailey?
is exciting.
Is that John Bailey?
I don't know. It looks like John. It could be, but I don't know. Is that John? Unbelievable.
You know,
what are some opportunities? Like,
How do we help?
how do we
How
help?
do we
How do
help?
we volunteer? What are some events that we can volunteer for?
Some of the events that we have coming up include the Sugar and Sharing event that we feature outdoor on the farm lane. We open up all the buildings. We have Popcorn Charlie. We have a Sugar and Sharing Sugar Bush, and people can come and learn a lot about that kind of an activity and watch Kenny at the Sugar Bush. He's going to be leading that activity. We're going to have shearers coming in, and they'll be shearing the sheep. And if this sounds interesting to your family, it's a wonderful day to come out. The festival itself is free. Great. And we know that people want to volunteer for this. They've volunteered in the past.
Yeah.
We would love to have those who have volunteered for this event come back and rejoin us and help us restart things post-pandemic.
Yeah.
And I think
everyone
that,
needs to go to the sugaring and shearing. It's a rite of passage in this town.
A rite of passage. I love that.
The sheep like it. They don't feel that, do they?
No. Well, they want it shed so they're cooler for the season, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Noah said it's like getting a foot rub. I think he Googled that.
There you
so
go. It's like a day at the spa for the sheep, and super fun for the family.
What about spring break? Spring break's coming up, and we have a lot of people that are staycationing.
Yes, and I don't know if you've heard, but we have dinos right now at the museum.
Heck yeah,
it's amazing. Yes, and families have really enjoyed that. I took my grandkids yesterday. It's perfect for kids of almost any age. I think sometimes our younger kids can get a little bit scared, but we have sensory hour in the morning on Saturdays from 9 to 10. And the volunteering experiences are everything from telling stories to young children, guiding people through the museum, groundskeeping. Again, at the events, we'll have special opportunities that we wouldn't have all the time for people to jump in and volunteer. But we're not asking people to come in and clean the museum or do mundane tasks. It's a really fun place to be. It's a fun place to volunteer and just interact with the public.
So if somebody's interested, how do we learn
Go
more?
ahead. The best way to start is by going to our website. So that's ellasharp.org. And you can go on and you can check out the volunteer messages on there and the information, and go ahead and sign up. Just submit an application online, and that'll start the ball rolling, and we'll reach out.
The Art, Beer, and Wine Festival.
Art, Beer, and Wine's coming up on June 10th.
Here
Please
we featured
save
in
the
Jackson
date.
Magazine as one of the finalists for the best festival.
Yes.
We have so many great festivals. Art, Beer, and Wine is insanely fun, and that thing is just taken off.
Yes.
I know you'll be looking for volunteers for that event.
We sure will, and we know that Jess is going to be coming on and talking a lot about Art, Beer, and Wine, so we know that you'll hear more about all of those opportunities. But if you've been to Art, Beer, and Wine in the past, it's a great time to volunteer there.
That sounds like all my favorite things.
There's a lot going on, a lot of good things happening. What's your favorite part about the museum in Jackson?
The diversity.
The
diversity. I think that this community has embraced the diversity. It's built a much better reputation of inviting and being more welcoming to people. And I think coming in, I saw that previously lived in the Kalamazoo area and came over and said, "What is Jackson? What are they doing? This is great." And Bright Walls obviously has led to a lot of visual engagement for visitors, and I think that's been incredible. But the organizations, everything that we have in this area, including JTV, being able to come in and talk about our community like this, it's such an incredible blessing. And I think that for those that are interested in having a community that really serves one another, Jackson's an incredible place to move to. It's a wonderful place. I purchased a home just a mile away from Ella, so I feel very lucky to be able to use the parks and walk and bike, and there's so much going on here. It's not just Ann Arbor. Jackson really has a full plate. Every Friday night or Wednesday night I hear music off of my back porch, and music downtown too. I think that the downtown businesses have done a great job to liven things up in Jackson. So I've been very delighted to move here and live here, and can speak to the fact that Ella was introduced to me by my own daughter, who's a young teenager, who said, "Mom, you got to check out this great museum that we have in our backyard." And I stumbled upon a wonderful oasis of culture and people that are really humble and willing, professional as well, and able to put forward a nice engagement and enrichment for the citizens of Jackson.
Mari, you just made my day.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was cool
really
to hear.
did.
Well, I can't wait to get to some of these events and see out and about. It should be great. Now, if anyone wants to volunteer again, they just reach out on the website, get a hold of you. Awesome.
That's the best way to go. Again, just remember, if you're feeling the March doldrums, it's a great way to shake stress and anxiety and come on in and volunteer. We have everything from groundskeeping, landscaping, to teaching, to curating some exhibits perhaps. Different levels of volunteerism as you get involved. The more hours you put in, the more you can do. And really, the sky's the limit for Ella. I think that that's always been the case. Ella wanted a place of enrichment, and definitely it's been that for many people.
Well, thank you for helping to continue that amazing heritage.
Mara, thank you so much for being with us. Mara Kerr-Mackay, Volunteer and Membership Coordinator at the Ella. More of the morning show right after this.